See, nothing can stop Queensland rider Mick Doohan from a World 500 Championship title this year. His form this season has been absolutely superb, and with a hat-trick behind him, including a substantial 28-point lead over American Kevin Schwantz, Doohan is on target for that elusive championship gold. Mike Raymond takes a look at Hockenheim and Doohan's win last Sunday.
Doohan had set the pace in practice and qualifying for the German GP, but once again it was Kevin Schwantz who won the start aboard the Suzuki. The Aussie dropped to fourth in the drag to turn one, where Alberto Puig zipped inside Schwantz to take the lead. Doohan tried the outside line as the Texan hammered away at Puig and found an opening. He commanded the lead for all of one straight before being swamped again. Lap 2 of 18 and the Gold Coaster made his move to take over up front. There was nothing between the first four, but even at this early stage of the race, Doohan's Honda looked super strong. The battle between Schwantz and Puig was a classic as they traded the bridesmaid spot lap after lap. The gap, though, from Doohan to the boys was beginning to blow out. The race was relatively free of incident, save for this high-sider for Migliati, which saw the young rider on his feet in seconds. And Udo Mark's pavement pounder, which finished in the rough. Schwantz finally found a way round Puig for second, as mighty Mick powered away from the field to make it 3 from 3 and increase his championship lead.
Well, sure, it's good to be leading the points, but I don't really particularly worry too much how much I'm leading by. I want to be leading at the end, not right now. So, you know, I'm happy with the way things are going at the moment. We've still got to keep our head down. These guys are hard out there, and especially Kevin. He's determined, more determined than ever, and he's the man to beat at the moment. So I just got to keep my head down, and the team's got to keep working. And hopefully we can keep producing a bike that's good week in, week out.
Meanwhile, in Montreal, Michael Schumacher blitzed them off the line at the start of the Canadian F1 Grand Prix to lead the Ferraris of John Alesi and Gerhard Berger into the first turn. McLaren's hopes of a better showing were dashed early on lap 5 when Martin Brundle bowed out. Damon Hill then forged on in the Williams Renault, taking the fight up to the Ferraris, but passing Berger was no easy task. Quick stop by Hill made life a little easier for him, but for the rest of the field, Katayama was unchallenged for the Dennis the Menace Award. Schumacher was doing it easy in the Benetton Ford, while McLaren came up barren when Mika Hakkinen portholed the Peugeot and had to call it a day. At the finish, Schumacher was 40-plus seconds in advance of Hill, with the Ferraris of Alesi and Berger rounding out the first four. Across at Belle Isle, Michigan, Al Unser Jr. was clearly the man to beat in the Detroit IndyCar Grand Prix. Not so happy was Nigel Mansell, who duffed a pit stop exit and lost valuable time. Unser looked home for all money, but then teammate Paul Tracy gave him a nudge, and Little Al was in more strife than O.J. Simpson. Then again, he wasn't alone. Nige gyrated into the good years and surprised everyone by showing more flair than Fred Astaire. Young Tracy held out teammate Emerson Fittipaldi in the run to the flag, while Robbie Gordon took third. Pocono, Pennsylvania hosted the latest stop on the Winston Cup Trail last Sunday, with the rain-delayed 500 packed with interest. Rusty Wallace led them away in the Miller T-Bird, while Daytona 500 champ Sterling Marlin bowed out in this incident after making contact with another machine. Wallace was untroubled in the sprint to the flag, making it 2 from 2 for the Penske team. Finally, our hot seat of the week award goes to funny car racer R.C. Sherlock, who blew his engine shortly after the start of this eliminator at Columbus, Ohio. R.C. crossed lanes halfway down the strip, banged the guardrail twice, and then had to find his way out of the inferno that was once his pride and joy. Apart from 2 minor burns, Sherman was A-OK. Mike Raymond reporting for Sportsworld.
Dear, oh dear, he's in terrible shape there.
What was that bloke's name?